Well, so we got a doozy today, okay? Straight up. I have not even sat with these cards. I have not sat with this message for too long. I wanted to come on here extremely fresh. What has been coming up a lot within the collective is the conversation about feminine and masculine energy, right? Most of the time that is, people are, when they say that, they're talking about externally, wanting a partner, wanting a husband, wanting a wife, whatever the case may be. But it's very rare until now. It is, right? Until now that people are realizing, if you hear my child, it's school time, realizing that everybody has masculine and feminine energies within, okay? And what you receive externally reflects who you are. But if you're a woman looking for a man, that masculine energy is a reflection of the masculine within. And it's very important that you address the masculine within first, because there's an imbalance there. If you're getting back what you don't want, what you say you don't want, you can't stand, it causes you pain, anguish, trauma, anxiety, there's a need to look internally. And it's very difficult because the easiest way to say this is that we have blinders on to ourselves. We have blinders on to that shadow, right? And that energy, that repressed energy, is within the shadow. Now, this morning when I was washing dishes, I was thinking about my own and how I used to be when a man would try to confront me, not confront me, but like, come up to you and say, hey, how you doing? And blah, blah, blah. Every single time. I mean, it was every single time I would be approached. It would be like, it was always a pushback. It was always a very non-receptive energy. It was, don't even come over here. I already know you're trash. Like it was so much projection. And so I started to say like, well, where did that come from? Because I wasn't born with it. And it was what I had internalized from the interaction or the lack thereof with the first man in my life, which was my father. So I took my thoughts and my feelings that I had become, right? And that's essential too. You become these feelings. That's how they're able to stay so long. So I took these feelings of resentment and hate and anger, disappointment, frustration, disgust, and I projected them on every single male. Some got through because I also went there like, well, I had relationships. Some got through. Some were karmic lessons that you needed to learn. But overall, I was approached by a lot more men that I ended up dating. And it was because it was this protection, right? So this year, I came to the realization of knowing that you have masculine and feminine energies. And both of mine were were imbalanced. I mean, both. Okay, so when I say 2021 has been a WTF year, it has been a blessing in a disguise, but the disguise was painful. The beauty of this message today, I don't necessarily, when I do readings or messages, they're not always ethnic based, all right? Because I understand energy is energy, period. However, sometimes the ancestors come through and they're like, hold on. Okay. Be clear. And today's message, I know is for the melanated collective. So, it is the place of the divine feminine, the womb, the creator, right? To hold space. We are space. And this shift essentially within the Black community, I'm going to just say Black, the Black community, it's going to be led by that feminine energy. Yes, the ancestors, okay? That's also something that came to me this year. They came back to me this year. Not saying they came back to me, they were always there, but my ability to connect with them came back this year, I'll say. this shift is heavily led by feminine energy. Just it is what it is. And it is the patience that we have lacked. When I think about when I used to reject all those guys that would come up to me, I had absolutely no patience for men. Like, I have, like, what? You know, because I had been disappointed so many times over and over for so long. Patience was gone. There was no respect. So the first card that came out was Seven of Pentacles. And that is a assessment card, but it's a patience card. It's realizing that this is going to take time. This is going to take some work. And it's patience within yourself. And a lot of the times, I was at the hair shop yesterday and a woman was so impatient with them prepping to do her hair. She getting braids done and she mad because she got to sit there because they got to separate the hair. Well, is this your first time getting braids done? Because that's what happens. You know, it's this internal impatience that we have just individually. And I truly think that that is because we are impatient with these sides of ourselves and it reflects back to us. So my impatience with the masculine within me, which reflects back to me in being discontent in the way that things have played out in life. Things that I have wanted to do, things that I have gone after. It's an impatience. It's a non-accepting of just the effort, right? There's an impatience when you don't succeed on the level that you think you should, or society says that you should. That's impatience. And it goes after that masculine energy, because masculine energy is to give out, is to act. It's outward, where feminine energy is inward, receiving.